Very good evening from India. Namaste. Jai Hind, Renee Lynn. How are you doing?
Namaste, Jai Hind, Jai Shri
Jai
Ram.
Shri Ram.
I'm fine. How are you
I'm,
doing?
I'm
It's
a,
so good to connect with you.
Same here. It's my pleasure. I'm so happy. I'm so fine. Thank you so much. And it's my pleasure to be connected with you here on live. Thank you so much, Renee Lynn, for taking out time to have this conversation with me here. Guys, I tell you, she is this gorgeous lady with many talents. She is Renee Lynn. She's from New Jersey, USA. She's an American author, columnist, a great social activist, and a founder and CEO of Voice for India. She is very well renowned in India than her own country for raising her voice, attention, and awareness about India's political and social issues. And of course, she is doing fantastic job, and she's always the first lady who comes out with a great voice. Whoever just points at India, whether it's about Bollywood, it's about politics, it's about national and international issues, she never tolerates at all. Even recently she had posted one video about Bollywood, that Indian actor Sushant Singh Rajput had committed suicide, so she spoke about Bollywood also. So she's always ready to protect our nation India. Renilyn, very welcome, and India is proud of you.
Oh, thank you for the wonderful introduction. It was so kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm, yeah,
No,
most
and
welcome.
you're awesome too. You are so awesome. And I love your fan page. So motivational. I love people like that. You're just very uplifting, encouraging, motivating. You do great work. So thank you. Your work is so awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Renlin. Renlin, my first question is that what loves you India so much?
Why do I love India so much? Oh, so many things. But um, I guess to lay it all out, traveling around the world, um, so many different countries. I fell in love with India so much. I love the culture because going to all these other countries, they were great. Australia, New Zealand,
Right.
Japan, Taiwan, just to name a few, Israel. They're
Almost
all
the world.
great and they're all unique and they all have their own culture, but it's nothing like India. India is so unique and different than other countries. It's just like for me, and I know from other foreigner people, it feels like one big happy family, I guess. And I love how the dogs are there, and I love the holy cows walking the streets, and the people and the hospitality is so nice in India. Like I haven't seen so much hospitality in all these other countries that I've seen in India. They go out of their way to help a stranger. It's like everybody looks out for each other pretty much. It's just amazing country. So that aspect of India, I love so much. I love all the traditions. I love Diwali and Holi, all these, festivals you guys have. You guys know
Wonderful.
how to have like so much fun. And I love the food. Indian food is the best in the world. Oh my God, I'm so addicted to Indian food. So
Brilliant. Brilliant.
yeah, it's the best. So I don't know. I just love everything about India. It's just incredible. I
Oh,
just love going when I'm there. I love going to the temples. It's just amazing. So when I first went to India back in January 2009 was my first trip. I can't believe that was 11 years ago.
2011 ago, right?
Like God, that went by so fast. And from that point on, I was addicted to India. I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't get enough of it. And here it is 23 times later. Can you believe it? 23 times.
Unbelievable.
I know everybody's like, Are you okay? Are you crazy? India 23 times? And I was like, I know it's crazy. Like, I know it's crazy. I can't help it. It's like an addiction. Like, soon as I come back, I'm waiting to take the next one. And
Yeah.
I miss it so much. It's like an addiction for me.
So
So, and now,
related, that's really wonderful. People have observed that you have been following Indian tradition and culture. So what kind of tradition and culture generally you follow in your country?
oh, you mean Indian
Indian culture, yeah,
country?
Indian
Oh,
culture.
in my
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my favorite is Diwali.
Diwali,
And my friends, because I
festival of
have a lot of
lights.
Indian friends here, we go to their house. I like to go to the Indian market and get sweets. I'm just give sweets to my friends. And just recently, Diwali, we went to a couple temples, and they had the singing going, and the puja, and everybody was there talking and having snacks, and it's just incredible. It was so much getting dressed up in the sari. So I like that too, because I really don't wear saris unless it's a special occasion or something. So it gives me an opportunity to wear a sari. So
I
I like
have
that. So
I have
Diwali's
seen
my
one of your
favorite.
pic. I have seen one of your pic with sari and dupatta and all, in India. So that was looking so fantastic on you.
Thanks. Yeah, I have a couple really nice saris. So I like it. It gives me an opportunity to wear it because, other than that, I prefer to wear Punjabi suits. I like Punjabi suits. They're comfortable too. Saris, they're very beautiful and elegant, but they're very difficult to walk around in. But the Punjabi suits, you're more relaxed
Yeah, yeah, right, right,
and you
right, right.
can dance, and just like walk or run. But the sari, if it's a special occasion, then I it's nice, but it gets very difficult and
Yeah,
challenging to
actually,
wear.
this is bringing smiling on my face because I really don't know about those all, right, how to wear and all. But yeah, of course, I'm just enjoying your conversation, the way you are talking. It means that you really following Indian tradition in your own country, with full of your heart. Really, you always talk about politics also, because you generally spend more time in India for rallies and all. So I have come to know that you always raise your voice, those who just finger at the nation. So how happy you are with the present Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and the changes that took place in India?
Oh, I'm very happy. Um, Actually, my last book I wrote about Narendra Modi. It's called the new 21st century Iron Man.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and because even this first time in elections back in 2014, I was doing some campaigning in Delhi at that time, because I was supporting him and I was so excited when he won that election. And then the election in May 2019, we had a whole bunch of us Indians. They had a big hall in New Jersey. They rented out, and it was incredible. We were watching the big screen TV was going on, and Modi won by a landslide in BJP. So I've always was a big fan of Modi. So when I did a lot of research in my book that I wrote about him, and I was even shocked myself, like you just know he's a really great guy, a spiritual guy. For some reason, you just sense it about him. So I think that's why I always took a liking about him. I just always had felt like that sense about him. But when I was doing my research on him, I was like, wow, he really is a nice, humble, spiritual guy.
he is.
He really is. And then a lot in my book, I write about all the work that he has done for India, the schemes since back in his first election. So he really does work hard, and he works long hours to try to make a difference in India. And it just breaks my heart. Like, and I even have like some friends like, oh, I don't like him. He's a snake in the grass. Oh, he's a bad guy. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I don't, what are these people saying? I feel like giving them a copy of my book. I'm like, could you please read this book? Like, he spent so much time in the Himalayas. He's always going to the temples. He's always doing puja. He does what's right. I can't understand that people hate him and call him an evil man. I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, it happens in India. It happens in India. But my next question is about that also. But it's okay. He's doing fantastic. Even the entire world knows what he does exactly in India. That is fantastic, and a great number of changes took place in India in a very positive way. Rini,
Yes.
we saw your pics with Indian god and goddesses statue, right? You have been to many temples. Even you are also a kind of very high spiritual kind of person, right? So can you please say something about Sanatan Dharma that you have been following in your country? Sanatana Dharma.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, initially, when I started, this is going back years ago, even before my first trip to India, I started learning about Hinduism and like Indian philosophy, yoga, meditation. So, Hinduism is so esoteric, it's so different than Christianity. But even though it was so different, there was something about it that I liked. I felt connected to it. I love how, it's your own dharma and your own karma. It's not like Christianity or Islam where you're going to burn in hell and suffer. Like that God, like they're making God sound vicious. Like, you better follow Jesus, you're going to burn in hell. You better follow Allah, you're going to burn in hell and torture. And that causes a lot of anxiety and guilt and shame and depression. But Hinduism, on the other hand, is totally different. It's like you do your own karma, and a lot of it is about love and respect for all living things, even a plant. I love it. That's beautiful. And I love how they try to promote vegetarianism because they believe all animals should live. So just this simple things alone, I found so, it provoked me to learn more. And I became a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian now since 2006.
Superb,
So
superb.
yeah. And I'm like, and it's amazing how when you, I want to say endorse, I can't think of the right word to say, but maybe when you accept Hinduism and its teachings and philosophies, it changes you. It really does. I mean, I became a vegetarian. I respected all living things outside Mother Nature. It has that effect on you, and so does yoga. I started doing a lot of yoga, and it's magical. It's like magic to the body. So for me, it's like Hinduism and yoga and all these Indian philosophies. It's really life changing. That's why I always say, and I promote a lot on my Twitter and Facebook, that if people in the world were to embrace Hinduism, learn its teachings and try to incorporate its teachings in your life, we would have less torture, pain, wars, everything, because that's the main tenets of Hinduism. It's really is powerful. As simple as these things are, it's extremely powerful. It really is. So that's why I love Hinduism. That's why I always promote Hinduism, and it really breaks my heart because these Bollywood people, these liberals in India, right? It just blows my mind how I can't believe how they mock Hindu gods, they mock Hindus. This is this is unacceptable that they do this. I'm like, oh my God, Hindus are like the nicest, kindest people, as a whole compared to other, religions. And like, what gives them the right, to sit there and mock Hindu gods and just like act like it's nothing? But you know what? If someone were to mock Muhammad or Jesus, they would all have a rage. So this is the hypocrisy of these liberals in India. And believe me, even here in the United States, we got these Democratic politicians are anti-Modi and anti-Hindu. You wouldn't believe here in the United States.
Superb, Renee. You talk like you preach like a great scholar, and you have a very really vast knowledge. And being a vegan, I'm also a vegan for last many years. Of course, I'm a
Um,
vegetarian since
oh,
my
I'm not
childhood.
a vegan. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan.
It's all right, it's all right. Means I'm very much delighted to hear this, that you are a vegetarian for last many years. This is really wonderful, and I appreciate that this is a kind of sanatan dharma, that a person who follows, so he or she follows everything uh, from the heart. And of course, this is really wonderful. You always talk about the bitter truth. Sometimes people accept it, sometimes people don't admit it, right? So that is why
Yeah.
sometimes people troll your videos, post on social medias. Even you have been a part of many rallies at Rashtrapati Bhavan, India Gate, a voice for Nirbhaya murder case especially. So how do you take your critics in your life?
God. Well, I'm happy to say though, thank God I have a lot of fans that love my work, agree with my work, and they love it. They're if on Facebook, they're sharing it with everybody on Twitter, they're retweeting it. But yeah, I do have haters, you know how it is, So I have haters out there that a lot of them are coming from Facebook, maybe because I have more followers there, I don't know. But a lot of them are from Facebook, and they'll just come out and attack me, saying, oh, I got wrong information. I'm a paid BJP IT cell. I'm a spy. I'm undercover. Like, oh my God, I even had death threats. Like,
That's right.
serious? I'm like, what's wrong with these people? I'm just telling you what I see, okay? My research, my facts, okay? I'm just telling you and sharing to the people the hypocrisy I see, all right? And a lot of these people, they go out and protest. They don't even know what the hell they're there for. These people are idiots. So people to attack me and be so vicious, and especially death threats. I mean, really? Because I'm just calling you out on your hypocrisy, how I see it, right? And then, I like to investigate and research and check things out. So I just share, my facts, research, the hypocrisy I see, and these people, they just get so hateful and vicious. But the death threats, I'm like, oh God, please, you got to be
You are
kidding
a
me.
fearless lady.
Yeah, but I just do it anyway because, especially, I was really attacked. Remember when it was just recently, Arun Hatiroy, she attacked India and the Hindus. So I did a video and I called her out on her hypocrisy, and that went viral. And a lot of news media was doing a story on me. So like it's people like her and their anti-Indian, anti-Hindu, anti-Modi agenda that I call out, So that ended up going viral. So I got attacked viciously on Facebook because I was telling the truth about her. I was calling out on her hypocrisy, right? And then a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm going to shut you down." Like they don't want me to speak. People try to silence my voice. They try to intimidate me, but guess what? It's not going to work. You're not going to shut me down, people, and you're not going to silence me. You're not going to intimidate me because I'm the kind of personality where I'll come back even stronger because that's just the way I am. I'll come back at full force, right? Because that's the way I am. That's why my closest friends in India nickname me Rani Lakshmi Bai.
Rani Lakshmi, I well, yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's my new name because like I'll just come right at you. So these people should know, you threaten me, you try to intimidate me or silence me, I'm gonna come out even full force and I'm gonna get you. So just any haters out there watching me, you know,
Renee Lynn,
just remember that.
yeah, you always talk about the truth, the facts, what is right and what is wrong. So you always just put forward those kind of facts in front of the public. So sometimes people don't want you to talk about something like that, but I think you should never worry about them. And this is what you do actually. You never care about them, and you always do that what you do for the nation. That's really wonderful. And people call you Rani Lakshmi Bai. Even I just wanted to put one title over our post, that the lioness of India.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I
so
like that.
second
Thank you
time.
so much. I like that name too.
So second time,
That's a really good name. And
uh,
also, like a lot of people don't know, except like my close friends, like my Indian name is Pooja.
Puja. Oh,
Yeah, that's my Indian name. Like a
sounds
lot of my
brilliant.
really close friends when I'm in India, they won't call me Renee.
Puja.
They'll call me Pooja.
Puja.
So
Puja means worship. Worship. Right.
yeah. So I like that name. Actually, I love it. I'm the one who called me Pooja years ago, over 10 years ago. So that's been my Indian name for a long time. I just like connected with the name. I love the name. So, and my friends, my close friends, they feel more comfortable calling me Pooja
Puja.
than Renee.
Oh, that
So,
I wasn't
but
aware
I
about
like
it.
it.
Thank you so much, Pooja. uh, my next and last question to you, Pooja, is that please explain your mission, Voice for India. As we see that a great number of followers are over there, 2.5 lakhs, I think, people following you, and you are very popular over there. So we just want to know the mission of Voice for India.
Okay, so my first trip to India was in 2009. Obviously, I fell in love with it 'cause I've been back 23 times since. But then after 2009, when I started coming back twice a year, I started seeing all the hypocrisy, all the unfairness, discrimination with Hindus and things like that. How the international mainstream media, India media, they say a lot of fake and false things about India and Hindus for whatever political agenda. So back in 2012, I believe it was, that's when I set up my Facebook fan page, Renee Lynn Voice for India. You can Google it on Facebook. That's my main fan page. And I just started that. And I started just sharing my voice, doing some videos, but mainly just a lot of writings. And it caught notoriety in like no time. Subramaniam Swami, he he was coming on my fan page and he would post my things on his fan page. And I was like, oh my God, Subramaniam Swamiji, wow, this is awesome. I love him. Anybody that knows me knows I love Swami. I call him Superman. I just love him. So he was picking it up, and like other, you know, people that had a lot of followers. So that's, it just started snowballing. And then I started really getting hitting the punch bag, I guess to say, hard. And I just started coming out, doing more videos, being more vocal, speaking the truth about the hypocrisy of Bollywood, the liberals. And then I started my web page, www.voicefororindia.com. And it's crazy. I get anywhere from 300 to 800 people
Yeah, this is what
a
actually I was just
day.
seeing about your page. About your
Oh,
page.
there's kind of glare. I was on my web page,
Yeah, your web page.
voicefororindia.com.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So I get, because I have my Google's analytics hooked to that, and I get up to 800 visitors a day. And there's a form you can fill out, and people
That's great.
fill out the form. So I put them on an email list, and then when I'm in India, if I'm at an event or something, you know, I'll send them out because they all want to take part. Now it got so big and so crazy, like everything. I want to be part of Voice for India. I want to be part of Voice for India. So that's why I hooked up the website so people can feel involved, because they want to get involved now with the Voice for India project. So that's what started all that. So the next time I'm in India, if I want to do a rally or event or something, then I can tell it, you know, I call it Team Voice for India, and then I'm blast out an email and they can take part of it. So it's just, I can't believe how many people are coming to my website daily. It's unbelievable. And it's just grown by leaps and bounds. It's just incredible. So I do that. So, and also on my website, like I help support other organizations, whether they're helping homeless dogs or homeless people, or they're doing something good in India. I share their story on my webpage. So when people come to my webpage, they can read their story or donate money or things like that. So it's kind of like a big community, not just me, Voice for India. It's a community for other people to share their story on my page, for other people to reach out and help them. So that's what started the Voice for India project, was, you know, my love to get the truth out and then get people involved. So anybody interested, just go to voicefororindia.com. You can see all the pages and then fill out the form, and I can put you on the mailing list. So
Oh, that's really wonderful. Even I request everyone to join this mission, Voice for India. You can just go to this page, Renee Lynn Voice for India. You know, it's always on the top on Facebook. You don't need a lot of time to search her, and you can be a part of this mission Voice for India. She's doing really fantastic job. And Renee Lynn, your books are catching on, pretty famous. People are reading it. Even personally, I know India's strip, right? So we would just like to know a bit about your books.
oh, okay. So my first book I did, India Stripped, that's basically about my personal travel experiences in India, all over the country. And a lot of it is about the mainstream international media and how unfair they are, and how they show India in a negative, dark light. They never show anything good or successful about India, but they want to suppress the truth so people don't know the truth in the Western world about India. And then I did a lot of research and statistics to show that India is not a dangerous crime country, that India is not the rape capital of the world, that India is not just slums. So I show them the truth through my personal journey and experience and research investigations, so people can read and know the truth about India. Because when I go online on YouTube or something, and then I read that people say, "Oh, I want to go to India," and then the people reply back, "Oh, don't go there. It's dangerous. You'll never make it out alive." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? It's so safe there." I mean, I've been there night traveling all by myself, trains, buses. So it's because this is what the media does. They brainwash people. I had foreigners that bought my book and emailed me and said, thank you. I'm coming to India, or they told me that they already came to India. So this is great news. This is why it's so important that we must get out on social media and share the truth. So I love that book. It's such an awesome book because it helped so many people. And then my other one was about Modi Ji, because I love Modi so much. He's
Super.
what a great prime minister. He works so hard. He really is a nice, honest, spiritual man. Believe me, I've done so much research. I was even shocked about the kindness and generosity of this man. So anybody don't like Modi, you think he's a snake in the ground, a wolf in sheep's clothing, please read the book because
Excellent, excellent. Of course, we'll definitely read. It means I have been through this book, India's History, but definitely I'll read your second book about Modi ji, and I also request everyone who is watching this video kindly go and search about this book. You can get this book easily on social media, Amazon.com, of course.
yeah, it's on Amazon worldwide, Amazon India, Flipkart,
Mm,
and both books are on notionpress.com.
Notionpress.com. Okay, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
they're the
So
publishing company in Chennai.
yeah. Means she has a really vast knowledge about everything. That's really wonderful. Renee Lynn, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you taking out time. I know it's night in India. It's morning in your country. You had to wake up early in the morning to have this session with me. I'm so grateful for you. India thanks you. India is very much proud of you, and I'm I'm so much delighted to hear your affection, your true love towards the nation. Means I'm thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
Oh, thank
I
you.
have heard a couple of Hindi words in your videos. So kindly say some, try to say something like that here.
Oh, in Hindi? Oh, I feel so shy talking in Hindi. मैं कुछ हिंदी जानती हूँ. थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी समझ सकती हूँ.
Oh, wonderful. थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी में समझ सकते हैं. Means you can understand Hindi. That's real great. So
Yeah, I'm not fluent, but I know I have a huge vocabulary
okay,
and
okay.
basic Hindi, but I'm not fluent by any means.
But that's wonderful. That whatever you spoke, it's so lovely. Sounded really well. So, Renilin, thank you so much for your precious time here on this session. And we talked a lot about Indian culture, and whatever she spoke, that's really remarkable towards our nation. So, Renilin, we are so much grateful for you. And Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Yeah, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Namaste, Jai Hind.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It was nice chatting with you, because thank you.
Same here, Renee. Thank you so much, and hopefully, we'll be coming live again.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, bye.